Hey friends, I'm Jade, and today I am bringing you and guiding you through a beautiful little glute and core Pilates workout. So this is a burner, all right? It's a little tough, but we're gonna really work on your glutes all the way around. So the lifters, okay, we're gonna bring them up, and then also the side hip area, okay? A little bit in the front hip flexor as well, okay? So make sure you have water. I always say that, but really stay hydrated through all of these workouts and flows. It's the most important thing you can do. And listen to your breath. Okay, so use your breath to guide you through these workouts. If I'm going too fast for you, slow down, listen to yourself, and just take it down a notch, okay? That is perfectly fine, all right? You can always build from there. All right, so I hope you love this flow. Find your energy. This is gonna be a burner. I'll meet you on your mat. All right, my friends, let's go ahead and begin today's class. Just coming into an easy Sukhasana pose with your legs crossed in front of you, knees are out to the side, sitting up nice and tall all the way through the crown of the head. Taking a deep breath in through the lungs. Just bring your hands to rest on top of your knees, maybe with your palms facing up. Begin to close the eyes or soften your gaze. Just tuning into your breath, into your body, letting go of anything else on the mind today. During this class, we want to stay completely focused and in tune with us and only us through each movement, each pose. Again, take a deep breath in, grow nice and tall through your spine. Exhale, begin to pull your belly button in towards your spine and begin to lift it up. So drawing that awareness to your core, begin to really activate your core. And soften the ribs into the body. Just connecting with your breath right now. So breathe in again, finding space. Exhale, soften the face, soften the legs. On your next breath in, we're gonna reach the arms up towards the sky. And then twist towards your left side, release your left hand behind you. Bring your right hand just to the inner right knee. Just a little twist to your left side, just to wake the spine up. And see if you can bring your shoulders square to the left side. If not, that's okay. Just aim for this. So drawing your left shoulder back, shoulder blades drawing down your body, growing nice and tall. Exhale, maybe you can go a little bit further into this twist. Trying to twist using your abdomen muscles only, just anchoring through your hands. On our next breath in, let's come back to neutral, reach your arms up, and then let's do the opposite side. So twisting towards your right side, releasing the right hand back, left hand to your inner left knee. Legs be heavy here. So opening up the hips as well as twisting the spine, waking up the muscles, using your core, building the strength within your core. On your next breath in, let's reach forward again and then up to the sky. And then go ahead and bring your hands just all the way down. Let's go ahead and meet in a tabletop pose. So bring your hands, fingers nice and wide, right underneath your shoulders. We're gonna press into the mat with our hands, spin our triceps back facing our thighs. Knees are underneath our hips. Taking a breath as we grow nice and long through the crown of the head. We're looking right down between the hands. Again, use your core, so firming your navel up and in, making sure we're not drooping through the belly. Curl the toes, begin to press into the hands, and we're gonna, keeping the knees bent, press our hips up and back. So just stretching out the arms, stretching out the shoulders, the spine. And then maybe on your next exhale, you can start to straighten the knees slightly, or
go right into bending one knee followed by the other, just to wake the hamstrings up, stretching out the calf muscles, using your quads to stay elevated, your core to stay lifted. Just breathing. And once you're ready, you can maybe extend both knees, press into the hands, find height, find length. Full breath in. And then let's go ahead and reach our right leg up to the sky into a three-legged dog. So reaching through the toes of your right foot, pointing those toes. And then we're going to shift forward into a plank pose. So bring the shoulders right over top of your hands. Lower your left knee down to the floor underneath the left hip, uncurl the toes. And we're going to press into that left hand. Pivot the left toes just out to the left side. Open the body up to the right side as we reach the right arm up. Taking a deep breath, creating a nice straight line, toes all the way to the tip of your head. We're going to bend the right elbow and then bring the hand just to rest behind the head, elbows pointing up. What we're going to do here is lower the toes down to the floor, lift them back up to the height of your hip, and then we're going to crunch the knee and the elbow in towards each other, okay? Trying to lift them high. Extend it back out. Let's do that again. So lower, tap it down, lift, crunch, 2, extend, drop it, lift, crunch, 3, extend, drop, lift it up, crunch really high, 4, really reaching through the toes as we extend, 6, reach, drop, lift, 7, extend, lower it down, lift it up, use your outer hip to lift, crunch, 8, lower, lift, 8 more, crunch, 8, lower, lift, crunch, 7, lower, lift, crunch it in, 6, tap, and crunch, 5, and 4, stay with me you guys, use your right hip to really crunch and lift, and crunch, keep going, 1 more, and extend it back out, reach your right arm back up towards the sky. We're going to rotate the arm back and then down, bring those toes back behind the hip, bringing the right hip level back to your left hip. So squaring out the hips and the shoulders. So extending through those toes, keep the core nice and strong. Just taking a breath here. And then let's go ahead and lower all the way down to our elbows, right underneath our shoulders, interlacing the fingers together. Maybe you can draw the pinky bottom finger in and just keep extending through the right toes. So this time what we're gonna do is we're gonna cross that right leg to tap to the left side. So crossing it over the left leg and then lift it nice and high out towards the right side. So we're lifting and extending that right leg out to the right side. So tap it to the left, lift to the right. Keep it nice and straight the whole entire time. It's 2, 3, tap, lift with power, 4, and then pause at the top. Lift, 5, tap it down, lift it up, keep the core really strong as we lift, 6, lift it up, 7, and 8 more, 8. Let's go a little faster, 7, 6, 5. Be careful not to round your spine as you lift, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's lift to the right hand, so straightening the right hand. We're gonna pivot the left arm in towards the right wrist. Keep that right leg lifted nice and high, and this time what we're gonna do is bring the knee to tap the right elbow or tricep, and then extend it back. So this is 1. Tap it in, extend back, 2. Tap it in, keep it lifted, 3. Bring it in nice and high and extend,
4, tap it in, extend, point those toes, lift really high, and lift. 6, bring it in, lift it out. 7, nice and slow, extend it out. 8 more, and 8, stay with me, nice and high. 7, tap it in, lift high using your glute. 6, 5, 4, 3, almost there, 2, and 1. Extend it out. Good job, you guys. Let's go ahead and lift up to our left hand. All right, let's lower the right knee down, sink the hips back. Just take a rest in your balasana, taking a breath. Release the forehead. And then really quick, we're gonna come right back up. Extend that right leg straight behind you. Once again, this time what we're gonna do is bend the knee, cross it over top of the left, and then extend it straight back again. So bend it, tap, extend it out. 2, bend, tap, keep the core nice and strong as we do this. Extend. 4, cross it over, and 5, cross. 6, cross, tap. 7, cross it over. 8 more. Keep the shoulders nice and level to the floor. 7, and 6, 5, 4. Make sure you're not dipping your abdomen down towards the floor. Keep it nice and strong. 2, and 1. Keep it lifted. We're gonna bend the knee, bring the knee just behind the glute, and this time we're gonna come in for our little shrimp lift. So extend the knee out to the side, bring it back in. 1, 2, keep the knee lifted. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, baby movement. 15 and 16. Lower the knee down, sink the hips back. Release into your balasana. Take a breath here. And exhale. All right, you guys, let's come right back up. We're gonna do the same thing on the opposite side. So make sure that your shoulders are right over top of your hands. Spread your fingers, knees under the hips. Taking a breath here, firming your core. Let's curl the toes, press into the hands, lift the hips up and back into your downward facing dog. You can begin to extend your knees. Just taking a breath, letting your body just become comfortable in this position. Maybe walking your dog out again. Finding length through the upper body, length through the legs. And then when you're ready, extending maybe both knees. Let's lift the left leg up this time, nice straight long in a 3-leg dog. And then shifting forward all the way into our plank, and then lowering the right knee down this time. Let's press into the right hands. We're gonna pivot the right toes just out to the side here, and then open up now to your left side, reaching your left arm up towards the sky. All right, so the left knees are pointing now forward with you, and toes are pointed, bending that elbow, bringing the left hand behind the head, keeping the elbow nice and high. Let's lower the left toes to the floor, lift it up, crunch it in nice and high. Extend, lower, lift. 2, extend it out, lower it down, lift it up. 3, try to lift really high, lower, and lift. 4, extend, lower, lift, and crunch. 5, nice and slow, pace yourself. Lift, crunch. 6, extend, lower, lift, and crunch. 7, lower, lift, and 8 more. Extend it out, nice and strong through the leg. And 8, drop it down, lift it up. 7, extend it out, lower it down, lift it up. 6, nice and long through the leg, lift it up. 5, lower, lift, 4, extend, 3, extend, lower, 2, 1 more, and go ahead and extend that leg. Go ahead and bring that left arm back as you square the hips and the shoulders back out to the floor. Keep that left leg extended nice and long behind you. Core is strong. Let's come all the way down to our elbows and releasing the hands. Taking a nice deep breath here. Remember what we're gonna do. We're gonna tap to the opposite side. So bringing the left foot to tap to the right side. Lift it up with power, keeping your core nice and strong. It's 1. Drop it down. Lift it to the left side. Cross it over to the right. Lift it to the left. 3. Drop it down. 4. Cross it over. Nice, straight, long. 5. Leg this whole entire time. Lift it up. 6. Keep going. 7. Drop it down. Lift. 8 more. Keep the knee nice and straight, extended fully. 7, 6, 5, a little faster. 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. 1. All right. This time we're gonna lift to our left hand, keeping the right elbow on the floor. You can pivot your hand in towards the left wrist if you'd like. And then we're going to bring the knee in to tap either the tricep or the elbow. Extend that leg nice and high. 1. Crunch it in. 2. Nice and high with the knee. 3. Bring it in. 4. Tap it in. 5, using a lot of glute, a lot of side hip for this one. 6, nice and high with the leg. 7, tap it in. 8 more. Tap nice and high. Lift it up. 8, bring it in. Extend. 7, bring it in. Lift it high. 6, and 5, 4, 3, see if you can lift it even higher this time. 2, and then 1. All right, let's extend all the way onto the right hand this time. Keep that left leg lifted for just a moment. Taking a breath, lower the knee down. All right, let's go ahead and extend all the way back into our balasana. Release the head down, take a breath. As we exhale, we roll all the way back up to our tabletop. Lift that left leg right out behind you again. Make sure your core is nice and strong. And then this time we're going to just bend the knee, cross the left over the right knee, and extend it out to the side. All right, 1, cross it over. 2, cross, and 3, cross it over. 4, cross, and 5. Keep going. I know you can do it. 7, and 8 more. Cross. 8, 7, strong through the arms. 6, 5, really use your glute to extend up. 4, 3, and 2, and then 1. Bring that left hip. Make sure it's level with the right hip. We're gonna bend the knee in a 90-degree, point the toes, and then lift that knee up so it's in line with your glute, and we're just gonna pivot it out to the side, bring it back in, out, and in, little shrimp lifts. 3, and 4, keep the knee lifted as high as you can. 6, 7, 8, keep going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Come back to level, lower the knee down, sink back into your balasana. Take a breath here. Take 2 breaths here this time. Let everything go. And then when you're ready, let's roll right back up. Okay, you guys, this time we're going to step straight back into our plank. So toes under your heels, heels pointed up, hands under the shoulders, core is nice and strong, hips pulling in. We're firming the front thighs, lifting them away from the floor. Keep your spine completely neutral here. Just firing up your core. Just breathe. Stay here. All right, we're gonna press into the left toes, lift the right leg, pointing the toes, then lift. And all we're doing is energizing through that leg, just a subtle lift, using our glute muscle to really lift and extend up. Let's keep going. 7, 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here. Press into the hands. Lift the hips all the way into your 3-leg dog. Bend the knee. Taking a breath. Really try to lift that knee up high. And then we're going to bring the knee into the chest. Breathe in. Lower the knee down. Lift it back up really high into the chest. Extend straight back, but keeping the knee bent. So lifting the knee nice and high using your glute. Bringing it back into the chest. Shifting forward into your plank. Tap it down. Lift it up with power. Extend straight back. Bring it in. Tap it down. Lift it up. 3. A little bit faster. So lifting. Bringing it in. Tap it down. Lift. 4. Extend. Shifting forward. Tap it down. Lift it up. 5. Lift that knee nice and high. Bring it in. Drop it down. And 6. Lift. Use your glute to lift. Shifting forward. Drop it down. 7. Lift. Just going to 8. Bring it in. This is the last time. Drop it down. Lift it up. Hold. Hold. And then step the foot to the inside of your right hand. Just between the hands here. Really firming that left thigh away from the floor. Deep full breath in. We're going to press into the front heel. Lift the hands up and forward. Not up to the sky. We're just reaching forward here. Keeping a hinge in your hips. Your upper body. Deep breath in. Draw your hands to heart center. And then you can bring your body upright. So we're in our crescent pose. So try to really energize through that back leg. You can bring it in a little bit if you need to. Front knee right over top of your front heel, knee, and those toes are pointed forward. Just breathing here, squaring out your shoulders and your hips to the front of your mat. Staying nice and strong through that leg. Let's drop the back knee down, lift it up, extend it back. Drop and lift, extend. So very slow movement. We're just dropping the back knee down and then extending it straight back. Okay, very subtle movement. Drop and extend. 4. Drop it down, bending the knee, extending it back. That back leg we're focusing on. We're using power from the front leg to lift up and down. The back leg is doing a lot of the work. Keep going. It's 8. Let's do 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5. Pressing into the hands. Keep the body upright. 3, 2, and 1. Good job, you guys. Reach the arms up to the sky, fly them out to the side. Nice and strong legs, and then hinge forward. Bring the hands to the floor, step straight back into your plank. Press into the hands, lift the hips up. Downward facing dog. All right. Way to go. That was a hard one. Okay, let's do the same thing on the opposite side now. So we're gonna shift forward into our plank. Check your alignment. Strong arms, strong legs. Firming those quads, the front of your thighs away from the floor. Heels over top of your toes. Lift the left foot. Make sure you're pointing those toes, and we're gonna tap it down, lift it up. So just using our glute to lift. 3, 2, 1. And drop it down, lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze your glute at the top. 6, 7, 8. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and straight leg. 1, press into the hands, lift the hips up, 3-leg dog. Reaching through the toes, bend the left knee, lift that knee nice and high. And we're gonna shift right back forward into our plank, bring the knee into the chest, drop it down, lift it back up nice and high, pressing the floor away from you, and then sink the shoulders down. Lift the knee up high into, I call this our scorpion dog, so the knee is bent. Shift forward, bring the knee into the chest, and drop it to the floor. Lift it up using your core. Press it back. 2, bring it forward, drop it down, lift it up, press it back. 3, lift that knee as high as you can. Keep the shoulders level to the floor. Drop it down, lift, press it back. 4, 5, bring it in, drop it down, lift it up, press, lift. Use your glutes to really squeeze that knee back. Bring it in, drop it down, lift. 7, one last one after this. And then bring it in, drop it down, lift it up, stay here. Step the left foot to the inside of your left hand. All right, so check your alignment. Make sure the knees over top of that heel. Knee and toes are pointed forward. We're just gonna reach the arms up and then forward, hinging the hips. All right, keeping the body leaning forward. Left hip back, right hip forward. Really energizing that back thigh away from the floor. Draw your hands to heart center and bring your body upright. Deep breath here. And then we're gonna bend the right knee just to tap it to the floor. Extend the legs straight back. 1, and drop it down. 2, drop. 3, drop it down. 4, keep your hips aligned even through the motion. And 6, drop. 7, drop it down. 8, keep going, 8 more. 8, 7, one leg is definitely probably gonna feel a little different from the other leg, and that's perfectly normal. Go 4 more, 4, 3, 2, these are tough, and 1, stay here. Reach your arms up to the sky, fly them out very slowly, out to the side, hinge forward, release your hands to the mat, press into the hands, step the left foot back into plank, press back into your downward facing dog. Oh, take a breath. That was a tough one, you guys. If you made it through that one, you should be just completely proud of yourself, and if you didn't, don't be too hard. Those are really tough. Nice breath in. And soft, slow breath out. Let's lower the knees down, shifting forward all the way into our tabletop pose. Again, sink the hips all the way back into our Balasana pose. Just take a rest, release the forehead. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and roll the body up. Sit up nice and tall. And then exhale, let it go. So this time what we're gonna do is just bring the legs out to the side and then bring the feet in front of us. Come to about the middle of your mat, bottom of the feet are on the floor, knees pointed up. And then all we're gonna do is just reach our arms behind us. Bring your fingers to face backwards and then your thumbs to face forward. Hands are about shoulder distance. Release the hands, reach the arms forward, and just roll all the way back using your core to release onto the mat, tucking the shoulder blades. Let's just walk the heels in so they're hip distance apart, right underneath the knees. We're gonna bring the arms just alongside of our body, coming in for our bridge pose. So knees are gonna stay pointed, hip distance apart, okay? So let's tuck the tailbone. So we're pulling the tailbone towards the heels so we don't have a space in our lower spine. We're able to really connect to the mat here. Taking a breath. And then as we exhale, we're gonna press into the heels, lift the hips, And then come until we make a nice straight line all the way from our shoulders to our knees, okay? So pulling the tailbone down, drawing the side hips in, and make sure your knees stay hip distance apart. They're not falling out to the side. Let's just stay here for a moment. Keep your arms pressing into the mat. Make sure you have space in your neck so you can draw your shoulders down further. Just using your glutes, your hamstrings to really stay lifted and elevated here. Find your back body strength, your core strength. There's a lot going on in this pose. And then lower down very slowly. Tap the floor, take a deep breath in. And then as we exhale, we're just gonna lift right back in to our bridge pose. This time what I want you to do is lift the right heel up, coming up to the ball of the right foot. We're keeping the hips as level as possible. Just make sure that you're not tilting to one side. And you're just staying here, breathing. Let's drop the hips slightly and then lift it up for 1. And then drop slightly, 2. Keep going. Drop it down, lift it up just a little lower, okay? About 6 inches. 3 and 4. Keep pulling your tailbone down towards your knees as you lift. 6, using your core and your glutes. 7, nice, slow and controlled. 8, let's go for 8 more. 8, a little faster. 7, 6, 5, 4, really pressing through that left heel. 3, 2, and 1. Lower the right heel down, lower all the way down, taking a breath in. Breathe out. Another breath in. Let's do the same thing on the opposite side. So first, let's lift all the way into our bridge, and then lift that left heel up. So we're really pressing into the right heel. We're emphasizing the right heel. So it's almost like we're doing a single leg bridge, but we're using that left foot, the ball of the foot, to just help us a little bit, okay? So drop it down slightly, lift up. 1, drop. 2, drop it down. 3, watch your knees, stay in line with your hips. Lift. 5, drop. 6, 7, and 8. 8 more, a little faster. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. 1, lower the left heel down, stay up, and then lower all the way down. All right, you guys, let's go in for another round. So check your alignment, tuck that tailbone, press the arms into the floor. We're gonna press into the heels, lifting the hips up. Make sure we're not really arching the back. We're just creating a nice straight line. We're gonna press this time into the right foot and then lift the left knee over the hip, keeping the leg in a total 90 degrees. So stay elevated, keep the left hip level with the right hip. So check your alignment, and then we're gonna lower and tap the toes to the floor. So pointing the toes, lift it back up, tap it down, lift and lower, lift it up, tap it down. 4, keep going, nice and slow and controlled. 5, lift it up, and 6, lift, drop it down. 7, staying tuned to your body. 8, let's do 8 more, down and up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, stay really strong in that right glute. 3, almost done. 2, and 1. All right, bring it back down. And then let's lower the hips down, taking a breath. You can bring the knees into the chest if that feels good. Just to restart, realign, and then bringing the feet back to the floor. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So pressing into the left foot, make sure it's in line with your left hip. We're gonna lift your hips up to the sky. Let's bring that right knee right over top of your hip. Point the toes, keeping the leg in a 90 degree. Watch your hips, so drop it down, holding that 90 degree. And then up, 1. Drop it down, 2. And 3. Really try to keep your hips lifted up and make sure that you keep the knees in line with the hips. Keep going, 6 and 7, 8. Let's go for 8 more. I know these are hard. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Use that left leg nice and strong. 2 and 1. Bring it back down. Hold. Take a breath. Exhale. Lower all the way down. Bring your knees into the chest for Apanasana. Squeeze. Lower the knees down as close as you can to the chest. Sway side to side. And then go ahead and extend your legs all the way out in front of you. Let's fly the arms out to the side. Reach them overhead. Take a nice good morning stretch here. Exhale, we're gonna fly the arms back out. Firm your core up and in towards your spine, nice and strong, and use the momentum from your core and the strength from your core pressing into your lower spine to lift all the way up to Dandasana pose. Seated pose. You can bring your knees up, reach your arms up to the sky, and then exhale. Bring your hands behind you. You can have your fingers pointed forward this time. And then all we're gonna do is press into the hands, press into the feet, and lift the hips up. Walk the feet out in front of you. Okay, so just a nice stretch here for the shoulders, really strengthening the back body, pressing into the heels, reaching through the toes, opening the shoulders up. Breathe, lifting the hips up nice and high. And then exhale, lower the hips back down. Sit up nice and tall into your Dandasana. Reach your arms forward again. And then up to the sky, deep breath in. Exhale, let's bring in behind us. We're gonna do that again. Pressing into the hands, into the palms, fingers facing forward. And then press into the heels. Lift the hips up, nice straight line. Squeezing the glutes in towards the body. Firming the outer hips in. Really using your hamstrings to lift. And then exhale, lower back down. Let's cross at the ankles. Lift the arms up and draw your hands just to heart center. Very good, you guys. All right, we're gonna close this practice out with a little stretch. Bring your hands and your knees back into tabletop. Curl your toes, press into the hands, coming back to our downward facing dog. Let's lift the right leg up. I promise we're just gonna stretch now. And then bring the right knee, crossing the knee behind the left leg. Drop the left knee to the floor. And then pivot both feet out to the sides, okay? Sink the hips all the way back as you walk the hands back. Sitting into a shoelace pose here to start out. So this is going to really open the hips up. The hip flexors, because we used a lot of the quad muscle and the hip flexor to do a lot of this stuff as well. So knees are stacked over each other. If this pose is not working for you, you can always just bring the left knee up with the bottom of the foot to the floor, okay? Because we're gonna go into that one next. So that's Lord of Fish pose. If you'd like to stay here in shoelace pose, just make sure that you're able to sit both sitting bones into the floor and you're sitting up nice and tall. You can always bring a pillow between the knees if your top knee does not want to come down and it's feeling a little straining. So just listen to your body and work with what your body is willing to do today, okay? You don't have to force anything. Reach the arms up to the sky, no matter where you are. And then go ahead and twist towards your left side and then bring your right arm just to the inside of your top thigh. Okay, so if your knee is up, same thing, you can hook your elbow just around that top thigh, okay? Otherwise, you can twist all the way towards your left side, no matter where you are, making sure you maintain length in your spine. Deep breath in here. Exhale, just let your body be. Maybe softly closing the eyes for a soft gaze. guys. And then when you're ready, come back to neutral. Reach your arms up to the sky. And then this time, even if your knee is up, we're gonna do a little different. So if your knee's not up, go ahead and bring your left knee up. So foot is flat on the floor. And then this time, what I'm gonna have you do is instead of crossing over top of the thigh, wrap your right arm in front of the knee. So make sure you're sitting up nice and tall, bringing the knee in towards the chest and really pulling that left hip down towards the floor. Okay, really stretching out the piriformis. So we're gonna reach the left arm up to the sky, twist towards your left side, and then lower, I got caught in my plant, lower your left hand down to the floor. Really pulling that knee in towards your chest. And here I just want you to completely surrender while maintaining that core strength to hold your body upright. I want you just to let go of your legs and just feel this deep stretch on your left side. You should feel it probably, most likely, for most of you, is going to feel a very deep stretch in your deep muscle within your glute. So with each exhale, see if you can go a little further into this twist, or maybe pulling the knee in closer to you. One last breath here. And then we're going to release the right arm. Let's come back to neutral with the body. Okay, let the knee be heavy, and we're going to walk the hands up as we begin to lift the hips up, coming to the knees, almost in a tabletop. Step back into a plank and then press back into your downward facing dog. All right, shake it off. And then let's lift the left leg up this time. All right, nice and high. Bend the knee, bring it behind the right knee, lower the right knee to the floor, left knee to the floor. Begin to open the feet out to the side so you have room to sit as you walk the hands in, sitting all the way down onto the mat. Again, if you want to bring the knee up here and your shoelace is just a little too tough for today, that's fine. Okay, so listen to your body. Make sure wherever you are, you're able to sit all the way on the floor with both sitting bones and sit up nice and tall, okay? So find your alignment, find your breath, and then when you're ready, reach your arms all the way up, twist towards your right side, and then release the arms wherever you please today, whichever pose you are doing. Bring that left arm to the inside of the thigh, the right leg. The right arm is right behind you. Finding space in your neck, finding length through your spine. Just let the face be soft here. Let go of any tension in your face. All right. Okay, guys, let's go back to neutral. So reach the arms up to the sky. And then release your hands down. Let's bring that top knee up. Okay, and then bottom of the foot is on the floor. So we're gonna reach the left arm around the front of your top knee. Sit up tall. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Twist open towards your right side. Release the hand right behind you. Pulling that knee in closer towards your body. Really pulling that right hip down towards the floor to go really deep into your piriformis muscle, okay, within your glute. Nice healing deep breath in. Let the oxygen flow through your body, creating space. And then exhale, allow yourself to settle and release any negative feelings right now. Again, tuning into your face muscles, noticing any tension you may be holding in your face, and just let that go with gravity right now. Let's take another deep, full, expansive inhale. last slow exhale here. And then when you're ready, go ahead and release your knee. Let's bring our hands forward. Bring your knees to tabletop. And then sink your hips back, opening the knees a little bit wider this time, falling into your Balasana pose. Your forehead just fall heavy to the floor. Let your body fall between the legs. All right, you guys, last breath in, reach the arms in front of you. Press into the fingertips, roll the body up as you exhale. Bring the knees all the way back in. And you can stay here or you can come all the way into your Sukhasana, easy seated pose, wherever you like, just to close and seal our practice in for today. So reach the arms nice and wide out to the side, really reaching away from the body. As we inhale to reach up, draw your hands through heart center as we bend the elbows, bringing your hands right down to your heart. Dropping your chin down, honoring yourself, your breath, your body, your mind, everything for showing up to practice today. Guiding you through this flow, through this workout. Take another deep breath in here and then exhale. You should be so proud of yourself for dedicating time to yourself. You deserve it. Thank you for letting me guide you through this. I hope you feel good. I hope you feel stronger. Until we meet again, namaste.